What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Hello. What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and guess what? Guess what I just got done watching? I just got back from the theaters after seeing Transformers: The Last Night. This is a 2017 film that was once again directed by Michael Bay, who claims that this is his last one. I don't fucking believe him because he's been saying that since the third movie. But I pray to God that this is his last one. I pray to God that this is the last Transformers movie, which I know it won't be. But holy fuck, I just saw one of the most steaming, stinking pieces of dog shit films from this year. Hell, ever. Mark Wahlberg returning to the franchise because, oh yeah, he was in that last one as some inventor guy. Cade? I think that's his name. He's back here. You see that he's sort of some rogue guy going with the Autobots and they're going up against humans and the government because all Transformers are illegal. Blah, 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 blah. This plot is fucking dumb. So, of course, you have this war between humans and robots, which doesn't really go anywhere because you instantly see that there's a threat. A threat on not only humanity, but the world. The whole planet is being threatened to blow up, and these Decepticons are working with the creator of all Transformers. And that's what you saw in the trailer, where Optimus Prime was turned into a bad guy. And just this movie. The human characters. Let's start with the human characters. Mark Wahlberg is just here. He's just here. He's just a prop. He's just a dummy, like a stand-in dummy that says his lines, that does what he has to do, has his action moments, but you never really give a fuck about him or him talking about his daughter or just anything. Isabella Moner, who I forget her character's name, honestly, but Mark Wahlberg at some point calls her Mini J-Lo. So yeah, that's some little Spanish girl who is honestly unnecessary, amounts to nothing. It's the writing. It's the writing of these characters that's so nauseating to listen to. Between their dialogue, the stuff that's spewing from their mouths, the horrible, forced humor. I shouldn't even call it humor. It's these lame-ass, corny-ass fucking jokes that whoever the writer is, maybe he thinks they're funny, or maybe it's not the writer's fault. Maybe it's because the writer knows what Michael Bay finds funny, and maybe it's Michael Bay who's the issue here. And who knows? Maybe the script was better, but Michael Bay looks at it and says, we don't need all this important dialogue shit or all this important exposition shit. No, we're just gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. And have these lame ass fucking jokes that maybe a 14-year-old would find funny, but me, and I think most other people, wouldn't find funny. The theater was silent as you could imagine. It was embarrassing to hear these jokes, these supposed jokes, and no one fucking laughed. It was awkward. You have Laura Haddock, who, look, I think she was decent in the movie as far as acting goes. This actress does look a little bit like an older Megan Fox. But the biggest thing that I got from her character is that she's supposed to be an Oxford professor. Looking the way that she does, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. If you want me to believe that this woman is not only a professor, but the fact that all of these attractive characters just happen to come together, meet, and fall in love with each other and do all of this heroic stuff together. You don't give a fuck about these human characters. You don't care about them being the ones that save the world. I want to see the Autobots. I want to see Optimus Prime. Hell, Bumblebee. You keep telling me how much of a badass he was. You keep showing me flashbacks of him fighting Nazis. I know this movie says that robots fought Nazis, or at the beginning of the movie has this whole battle scene with all these knights and Merlin and Camelot and all of this stuff, and they say that, yeah, Transformers were involved in that too. Didn't the last movie just say that the Transformers were here all the way back when dinosaurs were around? It's like every movie, the third movie said that the Transformers were somehow involved with the government and the moon landing. They've somehow been involved through all of these years, through all of these important historical moments, but yet nobody really knew about them until a few years ago, whenever the first movie is supposed to take place. Give me a fucking break with this script and this plot and this backstory and this bullshit. Anthony Hopkins is the guy who's sort of walking you through all of this bullshit backstory bullshit. They bring back characters like Josh Duhamel, who was in the first 3 movies as the military guy. John Turturro, which I almost forgot he was in these movies until he showed back up in here, and only for really like 2 scenes. What was the point of bringing him back? They have this guy, Gerard Carmichael, who's this comedian. I remember seeing him in movies like Neighbors, and he's a funny guy, but wasted here. Almost as wasted, but not as bad as wasted as T.J. Miller was in that last Transformers movie. Bumblebee was cool when they gave him stuff to do. They're still messing around with, oh, he can't talk. He doesn't have his real normal voice, even though we're all supposed to forget that at the end of the first movie, he had his normal voice back. This movie literally is a scene where a character says to Bumblebee, wow, I haven't heard your normal, real voice since Cybertron was a thing, their planet. Really? Just disregard your own movie history, your own timeline, your own chain of events. Optimus Prime, like I said, the trailers show that Optimus has turned evil. He's done a Vin Diesel on the Fast and Furious family, this time with the humans and the Autobots. And honestly, I might have cared more about that side plot and about everything going on there. It might have meant more to me to see Optimus Prime be evil if he was in the movie more. He's only in the movie for like 10 minutes, like 2 scenes. It's pathetic. The majority of this movie, the big middle chunk of this film, he's nowhere to be found. It's like he goes evil and then he's just gone. He's not doing anything. What the fuck are we waiting for? Look, I will say that there is some good action. I saw this in 3D. The 3D is great at points. There are certain shots in the movie where I'm like, wow, the CGI really does look good. It looks better than that bullshit CGI in the last movie. So I will say that. Hell, I've always said that Michael Bay knows how to shoot action, knows how to make his action look nice. But the problem was that the script, the characters, the plot, you don't give a fuck about any of it. I was falling asleep a couple times in this movie. One of those times it was during an action scene. The big explosions, the big booming and bombing, none of that kept me awake. There was like 3 or 4 times where I wanted to walk out of this film because of just how uninterested I was in anything going on. And the only reason why I didn't walk out is because I've already walked out of 2 movies this year, Baywatch and fucking 50 Shades Darker. So I said, I can't keep walking out of these bad movies. I'm going to test myself and just fucking sit here as long as I can. And man, was it hard. Man, was it a chore. It was like one of the hardest things I've had to do, was sit in this theater and finish this movie, see this movie out. It's over 2.5 hours long. God fucking damn it. If you couldn't tell, I fucking hate this movie. My rating is a fuck you. Fuck you, Transformers The Last Night. Thank you for wasting 2.5 hours of my fucking life that I'll never, ever get back. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you plan on seeing the movie, if you care about this movie, or if you have seen the movie, just how bad do you think it was too? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.